Hi, Dyslexic Genius here. What I'm going to show you is how to put the governor weight springs into an M motor, this early stuff. And you can see that the spring is flat now, and there's a lot more tension on these. Compared to the old ones, this is the old one, and this is a new one. You can see that the new one from the phonographshop.com, they make a very good one. It has a little bit more tension, so you won't have this flexing out like this with these springs. It'll be, it's a lot better on this early stuff. So how do we do this? I use a VACO screwdriver. That's this one with a magnetic tip, like this. So what you do is you take your weight, you slide it up in here like this, and then you line that hole up. One more right there. And now you take your little screwdriver like this. Ah, it's magic. And we give it a little dab of oil. You have to be very gentle and slow when you do this. And you'll feel it hit. And we just tighten that in gently. Want to leave them just a little bit loose.
Why?
Because we're going to adjust the springs here in a minute. We line up the other one, which should be right there. You'll feel it go in. And now what you do, you set it up like this, and you push down on the flywheel. And you tighten the screws up. And what this does is it stretches out the springs.
So what happens if you don't
One spring will
push
be,
down?
one spring's going to be off. One of the weights are going to be off. And what we're doing is we're lining everything up. I've talked about this before in videos on how to set a governor.
So you push the flywheel down.
Down. Other phonographs, you do this with it out of the machine or out of the casting and get those tight. Now when you have it, right there, perfect. And you see how they're not flying way out. And that's excellent. And that's how you do one. And you always want to, when you rebuild it, one, you have a big end and a little end of the governor spring with the weight. These don't have that. They have the same size hole all the way down. But there's still a little bit of wiggle room. So what you want to do is on the back piece here of the governor, this piece here is locked in place. That's what holds the governor in place with a little screw. All of them do that. So you're going to push this way. And what that does, it's a little hole, and it just brings everything down and locked in. And now when you look at it, the governor springs are running flat the way they should on all phonographs, and they're not bowed out sitting there like that. And these are just little tips on rebuilding, and that's my tip for the day.